Top 5 fits for Georgia Tech. Okay, I'm going to explain this. So when you watch this video and you tell me I'm stupid because this guy would never go anywhere and you comment on it, these are people I think would fit there. Not that they're going there, not that they're going to get hired. I have no inside information. These are just guys I think would fit. If I was building a Lego structure of Georgia Tech football coach, these are the guys that would fit together.
How many of these did you steal from Pete Thamel, Paul? I'm kidding with you. There's I'm going to say, you had to cut it between 5 and 20.
Pete Thamel, Bruce Feldman. I mostly read those to just see like when people would say, no, there's no way this guy would fit at Georgia Tech because they're all the same names. But these are people I whittled down. Number 5, Dan Mullen. Look, and I've said, I don't know if Dan Mullen is going to get back into college coaching because he's not too keen on the recruiting, but if he goes to Georgia Tech, the recruiting kind of flows through a nice little pipeline of he doesn't necessarily have to go toe-to-toe with Georgia anymore. He's going to play them, but like we heard earlier from Kelly Quinlan, there are certain lanes you have to keep it in at Georgia Tech, so you have to be a developmental coach, which is something he's actually been really good at, just as Dak Prescott and some of the other players, of developing talent. Recruiting that, developing the talent like he did at Mississippi State, and finding that lane that you can get with guys who have to fit into the academic qualifications at Georgia Tech. Plus, he's a really good X&O guy, Dan Mullen is. He's just not, he was just not the guy for Florida anymore.
Yeah, That's an interesting idea. I could see them going that direction or at least pursuing that idea. I just wonder how many other teams are also going to be thinking the same thing and how many are going to be involved also wanting to get Dan Mullen and where Georgia Tech would fall in line as far as the pecking order of that goes.
And Dan Mullen, I do think, would be a really good NFL position coach, especially a quarterback coach. But he did not go that route right away. He went into TV, which makes you think he kind of wants to get back into college coaching. Number 4, Bill O'Brien. This guy is going to be a head coach again. He's going to be a head coach again at the FBS level. This is a place he was at for 9 years. I think he was good at Penn State. I know that this is kind of the bland hire, but I do think Georgia Tech needs somebody who's done this before and has dealt with interesting circumstances. Remember, Bill O'Brien was the head coach at Penn State right after the gigantic scandal. That's a head coach before that can handle circumstances. And I do think Bill O'Brien is this guy. Now, would he be all that exciting to your fans? No. He is butter on toast. That's all he really is.
I love butter on my toast. I do that a lot.
I'm bored even thinking about it. Yeah.
But I mean,
here's the thing. Do they want to win or they want somebody exciting? They want to win or go 4-8 with a guy that has a personality. He would. I know that it is blasé. He kind of bland. The Texans, the way that all went down at the end didn't go well because of the trades. But Nick Saban's not an idiot.
So you're good if he's a Nebraska head coach next?
If he could win, I don't care if it's Bill Smith. Do I want him to be the next head coach? No. I just want somebody who wins. You know what? Tom Osborne was boring. His offenses weren't. His teams weren't. But really, he was what about his personality?
Yeah, look, and I'll tell you, yes, it's the cottage cheese for a snack of coaches. Yeah. But, I mean, he is.
Do I want that to be their number one target? No, but I'm just saying, he is still – I know Nick Saban has rehabilitated a lot of different coaches, and Bill O'Brien's one of the next. But he wins. He does. And so it just depends on what you want. Happy, personality, jovial, or do you want to win?
All right. Now, from cottage cheese to something that is spicy and might give you a stomach ache, but you might enjoy it for a little while. Tom Herman, number 3. This is a place where I think this is about the size school that won't get Tom Herman too stressed out. And because I always felt that Texas, while there was a lot of things he could do well in that job, it's too much of a pressure cooker for a guy who's too high strung. But Georgia Tech isn't. And again, Tom Herman is a really smart guy. I mean, we all know he's in Mensa, and would jive there in a high academic, place. I think that if he's going to come back to college coaching, this is kind of a fit for him.
Yeah. I agree, like on the academic part of that. I just see Herman as more of like an Arizona State type of a guy.
Yeah, and he does fit kind of there.
Yeah, more of like I mean, I know he's a Cali dude, and that's not why I say that, but it's just kind of, he comes across as a Cali guy as well. And I could see him as more of a Pac-12 type. But no, I definitely think Herman, and I started to see his name mentioned more and more. I definitely think he's somebody that people need to, pay close attention to. I do think that, especially looking at Sarkisian's struggles right now, is like how different is that from Tom Herman's era and what he did, winning a Sugar Bowl and making Sam Ehlinger a lot better of a player over the years? Like, he can coach. I just think that there was a quick pull there for a variety of different reasons in Austin. And, yeah, I think he's somebody who can definitely come back to the college game and do well for himself. So, yeah, I just say no. I'm not saying no or yes to Georgia Tech. I could see, anybody pursuing him, but he does strike me as a guy who would probably have more fun and enjoy it more like an Arizona State type of a place. But that's just me.
But, yeah, again, those are the kind of places where I think he needs to be, where he can make it his program, where he can make it his, and it's not like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this? They can just let him be and not let him get high-strung. And he doesn't have to do things like it's little Jordan Humphrey and,
he doesn't have P charts getting dissected over Twitter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody has P charts, but not everybody is where everybody can see them.
Well, not everybody has beat reporters that tweet them out like they're fascinating material, but here we are.
Yeah. Number 2, Bronco Mendenhall, former UVA and BYU head coach, has had success at both places to varying degrees, not so much at UVA, but he did it at BYU. And look, BYU is kind of the example I'm setting here. Here's a guy with head coaching experience that has had to recruit to a place that has very specific ways of recruiting. It's going to be hard. Like at BYU, it's going to be really hard to get non-Mormon kids to go there in a lot of respects. But you do have a lot of good Mormon football players to pick from. But again, you've got honor codes, you've got all these things. You have to thread the needle at BYU. I think Georgia Tech's a good fit for him too.
Yeah, solid coach.
Mm-hmm. He's been in the ACC too.
Did he not retire?
Yeah, but I mean, who's retired?
I know, yeah.
Elton John's gone on 7 farewell tours.
He's retired. He's also said he wants to come back multiple times, so he's not that retired.
Yeah. And number 1.
Hey, leave Elton alone. He's rejuvenating Britney Spears' career.
Good for him. We need more of that.
Do we?
Number 1. He is right down the road.
Oh, yeah.
This is his time. You could take the other 4 guys off my list right now. Georgia Tech, Jamey Chadwell. He runs a unique offense. He can handle everything that's coming your way. Great personality. Assistant coaches will come with him. He'll be able to recruit there. Jamey Chadwell. You hear me, Georgia Tech? Jamey Chadwell. Do it. He will win in the ACC. I promise you that. Jamey Chadwell.
Yeah, we enjoyed having him on, and they were off to aren't they off to? Are they unbeaten now?
He's 24-3 in his last 3 years. Like, what more does he have to do at Coastal Carolina before somebody gives him a shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the next kind of new name up that a lot of people have been obsessing over for a couple years now, and rightfully so. He's had a lot of success. He has a fun offense, and Grayson McCall's a great player, and I mean, I could definitely see him making the move up this time around. I don't know how you do another carousel, especially when there's going to be a lot more jobs that probably open up here over the next few months. I mean, we're already starting off with, a couple big spots, but yeah, I definitely think that we're about the breaking point for him to finally make that move. So I could see that.